So what's it going to cost to sell my home? This is Susanna Gentry, your Austin, Texas realtor here with Tuesday's tips. And in this video, I'll be breaking down all the costs involved in selling. My goal is to help you so you can be prepared and know what to expect. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to show you an easy way to calculate your net proceeds, otherwise known as your take-home cash. Please be sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It'll be linked below the video. So how much are the seller closing costs? Let's break it down. Now, almost all the costs will come out of your proceeds when you close, although there's a couple that may need to be paid when you get under contract. And I'll share more about that when we get there. So your largest expense, obviously, is your realtor commissions. And this is generally 6% to your listing broker, and that gets split between them and the buyer's broker. So your realtor is going to get 3% minus the cut that the broker takes. Generally, this is about an 80-20 split, and it depends on the brokerage and how many services that they are providing. Obviously, when you're looking at selling a house, this 3% commission to your realtor is a good sized chunk. And so many times the thought will at least go through my seller's mind on how to save here. And a common thought is the iBuyer programs like Redfin or Open Door. They advertise that they only charge 5%, although it's a well-known fact that you do receive less than you would if you sold with a realtor. Plus, there's a 1 to 2% average cost for repairs and 1 to 2% on the closing costs. By the way, here's the opportunity to drop in the comments. I want to hear from you on this. Have you ever used an iBuyer? What's your thoughts? I would love to hear them in the comments. The next cost is the title settlement fee, and this is a charge to cover the administrative costs of closing. And this is going to be escrow, which is the handling and disbursement of the funds and the survey and notary fees and deed prep. Because when you sell your home, you're going to be transferring legal ownership of the property to the buyer, right? So before that happens, your settlement agent will do a title search to make sure that no one else has a legal claim to the property. Generally, I see all of these charges combined being less than $500. Then also there is 2 common title insurance policies. And the first is the owner's policy. Most of the time I see this being less than 0.5%. But it can range. Generally, the higher the sales price, the lower the percentage. And most of the time, this is a seller paid cost. However, right now with this current market, if your agent is good, they could likely negotiate it to the buyer's side. Then next, you have property tax payoff. This amount obviously is going to depend on your rate. Your county bills the property taxes for the current year at the end of the year. So if you sell this year, that bill would be due to the new homeowners in January. So obviously, that being the case, you're going to pay the property taxes at closing for the portion of year that you own the property. To figure out the amount due at closing, you're going to simply take your total tax dollar amount and divide it by 12 to get your monthly amount. Then divide the monthly into 30 to get the daily amount. And obviously, you add up all the days until you sell. Other costs for sellers would be homeowner association or the HOA fees. Now, this is one that usually is needed up front as soon as you have an executed contract and title is going to order those documents. This fee can be anywhere, from $150 to $500. So the property appraisal fees, this is another one that you could see. Generally, this is paid for most of the time by the buyer, and it's about $500. Then sometimes you would see a buyer home warranty. Although in this market, again, your agent should be able to negotiate none or buyer paid warranty. Then all that is left is your mortgage payoff. Okay, earlier I said I would tell you how to determine your net proceeds. Well, the super easy way is to multiply your home sales price times 7%. You're going to have 6 for both sides of the transaction to have realtors that legally represent them, and you can count on right around 1% to include all the other fees that we've covered today. The largest variable is going to be your taxes and what month or day in the year that you're going to close, because remember, you're going to count each day that you own the home and pay the property tax amount at closing. Also, if you'd like a super easy app to use where you just plug in a few numbers, shoot me an email and I'll be happy to get it to you. There you have it. I hope you found this information helpful. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And again, this is Susanna Gentry with Tuesday's Tips. See you guys next week.